This video is brought to you by the Big Bad Toy Store. For all your Generations, Masterpiece, and third-party needs, Big Bad Toy Store is the place to buy figures from. So go buy from them, please.
Not wait to deliver new Transformers from Vietnam that have not been released to CEO of Hasbro. Hasbro Toys. Am I right, my friends? Yes, I am Czechoslovakian. I cannot wait to go back home to a child and wife who is also pregnant with another child. Excuse me. CEO of Hasbro, come out. I must deliver new unreleased toys of... What are these? Bombs? Bombs! CEO of Hasbro, I have toys for you that have not been released. Oh my goodness, what is that? Is that a Mexican man coming towards me with a baseball bat coming to steal my toys? Oh no, he now attacked me. Oh no, please no, do not hurt me. Hit me, hit me,
톡톡키키 오줌을 싸는 스탠 지미 네스
Mom, I need your credit card. I want to buy stolen Transformers that was stolen by a plague doctor midget. Hello guys, Nitro Productions here, and today I will be reviewing the Transformers Generation Selects Greasepit, and I can't believe I found this figure. I wonder where it came from. Doesn't really matter anyway. From what I know, someone stole it from, I don't know where, and sold it on eBay. And that's about it for this figure's backstory. I bought this and exhaust on eBay. So yeah, I guess we'll have to review this without Hasbro actually releasing it. Oh well. But let's look at this figure. Now this is a repaint / minor retool of the Earthrise Ironworks, and it does a nice job of being different. So something I gotta mention is the new pieces, the sign and the gas station. Now in the G1 version, this is supposed to be on the other side, but I'm okay with things being different. But it would have been honestly better if this was on the same system where it could plug into the roads like this, instead of being two pegs on here. And I'll show it in a minute. This could actually go on to Ironworks as well. Here's Ironworks, I'll do a full comparison later. So yeah, so they've always had this in mind, so that's actually very cool. And we're probably gonna get Hot House eventually as a repaint of Airwave. Whenever that review comes out, I don't know when that figure comes, but yeah. So anyway, this figure does have some stickers on it, the sign and the windows, and I'm not a fan of the stickers. I wish these could have been printed on, but because printing is usually just a solid color, or something like an Autobot logo, for example, on a smaller figure like that. But I guess this is alright, and I could get over that. But as we all know with Earthrise stuff, these things can come off and go anywhere they want. It could attach to sound barrier, grapples hook, hoist back, Optimus Prime's trailer, and Omega Supreme. So that's actually kind of cool. Now, this isn't fully G1 accurate to the original figure, so that kind of sucks a little bit, but honestly, I could live with that. It doesn't really matter. Things are different, and, you know, the original toy didn't even transform. But this figure, this isn't his only mode. So, before I go into that, here is the original Ironworks, and they could also connect as well. I am rather happy how this figure turned out, and I'm okay with the difference. It's nice to know that they are able to reuse parts that were on Ironworks and to easily add this new accessory to the mix. But this isn't an Ironworks review, and I do like Ironworks already. So let's look at the Battle Station mode. And here's a quick look at the parts of Ironworks. Greasepit. Exactly the same parts, but with 2 added ones. This and the sign. Taking apart the figure does worry me sometimes because since this sign isn't made out of a good sticker, it just gets me nervous that, the tiniest bit of water I feel like could ruin this. But it doesn't really matter. Let's put it in the battle station mode. And here we have Greasepit in his battle mode. And it is very close to the original toy, but it honestly doesn't look that good. I have my own way to convert that, which I will show on camera. But as you can see, you can fit a Micromaster on the top. I should have shown a little Micromaster play feature that you could have done. But as you can see, they fit in the top. It has the cannon, which... yeah, it's the cannon. And this front part's a bit messy, so my conversion method is, since this is quick, the reason why the conversion took a little while was because I'm not used to doing it like this. I wanted to listen to what the instructions said, just so I could be accurate, I guess. So, stick this on the top. The gas goes like that. Lift this up. Put that right there, and the sign can go on the side. I feel like that looks a lot better, and here is the Ironworks version, and it does look very nice, both of them, and yeah, this is very cool. I like having doubles of these guys. I am going to do an Ironworks custom eventually, so you'll most likely see that in the future. But yeah, very nice. So let's break this guy back apart real quick with a cut and go into his next mode. And here we have this thing. I'm not really sure what to call this. Let's just call this the long mode. And looks very, very nice. I'd say that Ironworks might pull it off better, but let's talk about this a little bit. Since the original Ironworks figure did not have this mode. We only were revealed this mode because of Ironworks' promotional art with the Space Patrol. So this mode does a couple things that are very interesting. So the legs, you have to semi-fold them out so that if you want figures to drive on this, it goes very, very smooth. If you don't, then it's just going to have this gaping hole. So that, I feel like, is a fun addition to that. Would have been nice if, it could have looked more smoother, maybe having the same color, but I feel like this works out alright. And as you can see right here, this gives the ramp some more stability, which does help a lot. If it doesn't have that, then, oh well, it could just like that easily. So yeah, I've brought in Iron Tread, and as you can see, rolls alright. I do like this mode. I'm glad this was made, and hopefully more modes like this could be possibly revealed through promotional images, but This is in the instruction manual for Greasepit and not in Ironworks, so that's very, very nice. And here is the Ironworks version of it. And this, I'd say, does pull it off a little bit better. I just prefer the brighter colors in this rather than this yellow and black, and this yellow is chipping away at this rampart, as you can see right here, but we'll get into that issue in robot mode. But that is basically it for this mode. Very nice. So let's go back to the bits and transform this guy to the robot mode of Greasepit. And here we have Greasepit in his robot mode, and time for a little backstory on this figure. So Greasepit was one of the Micromaster bases. Hot House, Greasepit, Ironworks, and Airwave were all Micromaster bases. They came with their respective Micromaster partners, which were the actual characters with the name. Now, this guy came with, originally, a Micromaster that turned into a monster truck, named Greasepit. And we're not sure if we're gonna get him in the future, but personally, I think we can get him. Maybe they'll do Earthrise Monster Truck Patrol, or whatever it's called. But this is Greasepit, and he is a rather nice robot mode, if I do say so myself. Everything stores away very nice, and his arm becomes a nice looking club, and honestly, I really like what they did with this. Now, personally, I keep my Ironworks as one. This is a gun, but I feel like this looks nice. Now, as you can see, they have the exact same head sculpt, which kind of sucks, but I could get over that, honestly. And Greasepit is a Decepticon, even though he has Autobot colors for some reason. Now, let's get to the biggest downside with this figure, I feel. Well, two downsides. The stickers, again, just are a nuisance. I don't like dealing with stickers. That was my least favorite thing to do with Lego. Imagine if a figure like Hoist, those caution tape lines, were stickers. That would be terrible. And I feel like this area could possibly get the stickers removed easily. As you saw with one of the transformation, I had to fold this down a little bit more, but that doesn't really matter. The biggest issue is the awful yellow paint returns. As you can see right here, this paint is the same exact type as this paint. So what's scary is when I transform the chest, that this could possibly scrape in the future. Hoping it doesn't, but again, this could scrape in the future. But I'm glad most of this figure is in a nice blue plastic that I don't need to worry about chipping. So doing that and that and that is great, honestly. Now, this does have a Siege Blast effects. This figure does have some Siege Blast effects, which go right there. And yeah, it looks very good. I'm honestly very happy with how this figure looks. And now, time to bring in his little buddy, Ironworks. And he looks very, very nice. If I had to say which one looks better, it's honestly, I cannot decide that. Because I feel like both of these figures work very good in their own right. All their modes look very nice. But if I want to say whose colors I like, I gotta say this guy. He comes with more accessories, a new sign piece, and all that stuff. Which, in the original box art for Ironworks, you can't actually see this. So, that's pretty cool. That's kind of it for the robot mode. But as a weaponizer, this guy can become parts. So, let's go break him apart one more time and go to his pieces mode. And here we have Greasepit in his weaponizer mode. And this is when I say Ironworks has a better version. I feel like all the grays match a lot better, but then you got this like colorful chunk. So yeah, here is these compared, and just to see the size difference, since these are all like basically the same, here is Red Alert. So as you see, it does give him a good amount of height, makes him about a Voyager size. So yeah, yeah, there isn't really much you could do with it. He does have the scooping weapon, and I use the configuration that comes with the Ironworks instruction manual, so there isn't really a defined instruction manual, so I just put this right here, and I left that on there. So yeah, if there is a different method, leave it in the comments. Maybe I'll try that on my own time. But that's kind of it for that. So let's take this out of the way, and let's put this guy back in a robot mode and go over posability and size comparisons. So this figure has the same exact posability as Ironworks. So the head could move left, can go all the way around, but mine is on a tight joints, ball joints, that kind of sucks. Has a swivel there, a swivel at the wrist, but it's kind of hindered a little bit by the arm. Has a little movement at the waist, but not a lot. Because this is a different piece, I'll just say a swivel at the gas places, a swivel at the this part, I don't know, swivel at the leg, can T-pose the leg style, a knee, and like all generation figures, a good looking pivot. So that's it for the posability. Let's go on to the size comparisons. For size comparisons, here is Greasepit with Iron Tread, Blitzwing, Sideswipe, Grapple, and Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime. And let's throw in the other combat system figures, Cog, Six Gun, Brunt, and his repaint Ironworks. So that is it for the review. Now, my final thoughts on this figure, he's very good. If you could find him, get him, and once he's revealed, I'd recommend pre-ordering him immediately. And would you look at that, he's also at the Big Bad Toy Store, which I highly recommend you should get him at, which, honestly, I feel like this figure is really worth it, and definitely in the next review should also pre-order Exhaust, but links to Greasepit in the description below. I'm a huge fan of the combat system, and I'm excited for it going forward. Airwave looks great, Hot House is probably going to be a repaint of that, so yeah. I'm definitely recommend picking this guy up once you find him, and that's it for the review. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, guys.
Ocean man, take me by the hand, lead me to the land that you understand. Ocean man, the voyage to the corner of the globe is a real trip. Ocean man, princess of the tan and imbibed by the sand, soaking up the thirst of the land. Ocean man, can you see through the wonder of amazement at the Oberman?